Oh, my Fox Ryan. So again, I'm at Fox. I've seen this trailer so many damn times at this point, but let's watch it again and then I'll go into it because I just saw Dogman, which honestly is probably the better superhero movie that's in theaters right now. All right, let's get it. 3, 2. Better, faster, stronger.
Dogman!
When the streets are held hostage,
Yeah.
Break the dog! Hit the siren!
two of the city's finest must come together
Green, red,
Together, literally.
green? Wait, aren't dogs colorblind?
and fight as one.
Better, faster, stronger.
What if we sew the dog's head onto the man's body?
One, it's funny that they have leaves over their junk, but also on that same note too, this is horrifying. Like, it almost kind of feel like this is kind of really horrifying. Especially because, one, yes, obviously the implication, the thing of cutting off the dog's head and putting it onto the man's body, but also on that same point, that the guy is still alive. Like, they say, like, oh, your head is bad, and that his body is bad. But he's still alive, he can talk, and they just kind of... literally? And then they just went, boop, there you go!
Great idea!
Make it, do it, makes us
Dogman!
better, faster, stronger.
This super cop made friends, solves crimes, and even plays piano for the old folks.
All in one day. From DreamWorks
Enough
Animations.
about this dog man. It's time to stop this super cop. He's not going to ruin my evil plans to destroy all do-gooders.
How evil can one cat be?
Pretty evil.
And here's the thing too, because I've seen this trailer multiple times, and I do. I don't the most of Dogman lore that I know is Captain Underpants. And that's only like the first few books. That's about it. I don't know much. And Super Diaper Baby. I don't necessarily know more than that. Because if I remember correctly, like the whole thing is with Dogman, Captain Underpants, and Super Diaper Baby is that like they're all made by the same two kids. I can't remember their names, sadly, but the same two kids, like they're fifth graders, which is really funny because there's a joke in here, like, you know, will you allow all fifth graders who make comic books to have fun or something? All right. Like, there's still that bit, but like the whole, and the thing is, the cool thing about like those books too is the art obviously looks like this. It looks somewhat childish, but also like the idea is to teach kids, like, you can make comic books at any age. You can do art at any age as well. It doesn't have to be like these big, big, beautiful comics. It could be, cartoony, small bits. And that's kind of great. Even though stories can make no sense in some cases.
Dogman, listen up!
Or just horrifying as shit. Because again, kids-wise, it's like, funny. And then when you just think about it, it's like, ooh, this is terrifying. Like,
The only one that can stop him with all your kung fu skills and your canine fortitude or whatnot. No time to waste. Cut it out. Stop it. Will you get out of here? Go and arrest Petey, and I don't care if it takes a
do a montage. Part dog. Part man. All a hero. Ha! Do it faster makes us stronger.
Dogman, you only have one job to do. Keep your eyes.
I love that. I love visual gags like that too. You only have one job to do. Which also, funny enough, in Disneyland, if you don't know, the cast members can't point with one finger. So they do it like this. So if you want to have fun with them when they go, group of one, it's like, that's two!
On those monitors. So if somebody breaks out your favorite chew toy and waves it around, you look at the monitors. And if somebody just...
Also, a fun thing too is, a lot. It has the Mickey Mouse ear effect a lot in some different cases. Like, I don't know if you could tell. Like, if you want, like, he only has that badge on one side of his on his hat. I think the Chiefs does the same thing too. So you have it where it's angled, where it's at the camera.
On those monitors.
I think every time. Like, okay, yeah, you saw him move around, or you don't see it right here, but like, you saw it suddenly flip to the other side.
Your favorite chew toy and
The Chief one's moving like side to side again. See? It moved. It moved forward. Also, I love the joke that you see him there. Like, it happens throughout the entire time.
You look at the monitors, and if somebody just happens to have an Eastern gray squirrel,
Look! Oh yeah! Look at that! Look at his hat. Okay, so it's Chief here on the front,
Eastern gray squirrel.
and suddenly now it's upside down, but it still says Chief the right side up.
Squirrel, you look at the monitor.
They're faster, stronger.
Why do you always gotta lick the inside of my mouth?
Okay. Damn, Discovery. Man, I should have saw it when it was in Dolby. I saw it like very late in its run. But okay, so here's the thing. I kind of want a Sonic movie like this. Like, mind you, I love the Sonic movies. Don't get me wrong. I really, really, really do. But there was something about this where, like, there's where, like, the montage bit of him capturing Petey, which, mind you, he captures Petey every damn time. The damn cat. He catches the cat every damn time. And every time the cat has some kind of, like, the squirrel tank, the dog catcher, and, like, all this other shit. Like, and Dogman always, like, fights it, and then wins, and then puts down, like, this gives me, like, Sonic the Hedgehog / Robotnik rivalry, and I freaking love that shit. And the animation is Dogman. Just the voice acting too, just that part too. I just like how it says, "Oh, Dogman." And mind you, this is also very much a cartoon. Which, yeah, I get what I like. No shit, but I mean that in the funniest sense of the word, because you could have, you know, anime, which is a cartoon. It's an animation, but it's more serious, or you could have certain other animated shows where it's more serious. Like, this is a show, or movie. This is a movie where Dogman lives in a doghouse that's maybe about this tall. I'm 5'6" and I'm sitting down. So there's like 3 feet. This is more than 3 feet. That's like 4 or 5 feet. No, because I'm whatever. You get what I'm saying. It's very short. It's very short. You go inside. It has a kitchen. It has a living room. It has a place where you can play piano, and then it has a second level where he has his bedroom and all that stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? And also, while this is all going on, outside, there is no windows on this damn house. But on the inside, there's windows. There's like an open, like, there's like a freaking, what are the circle windows that are like up top of the roof and all that stuff? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay. It's really, really funny. I'm like, okay. I love that because, like, it's, honestly, there's at one point where a character goes into the house and goes, oh, it's bigger on the inside. You didn't need to do that. Honestly, you legit could have just left that completely, like, no one noticed. Like, yeah, they went into the house and it's just bigger. But also, here's another thing about this that they don't really show, because I'd always seen kind of a little bit of fan art, I guess, of it, of Dogman and, like, this little cat, little Petey, which I was like, okay, what's up with, I'm like, okay, I don't see that little cat anywhere in here. Maybe that's, like, in another movie. No, spoilers, I guess, for this movie. Go watch it. Like, if it's still in theaters or whatever. It was, like, one of the back theaters at this point. I was like, damn. But anyways, go watch it. Man, I'm so kind of pissed I didn't see this in Dolby. Go watch it. He's in this. Because it turns out, I thought, like, oh, maybe he's, like, the cat's son, but then Dogman adopts him, which is kind of true, but I also thought, like, it was going to happen in a later movie or comic or something. And it's like, no, it's in this one. Because apparently because a big thing about this is the characters actually have like freaking character arcs and stuff. Like Dogman has to okay, like little Petey's in this, and like he's actually a clone of Petey, of this cat, and though because he's trying to because pretty much like his assistant he fires, and he was like, I need someone to boss around and who's just as evil as me, who understands me. I'm gonna make a clone of myself, which is really funny when he makes the clone, and then the instructions are, okay, put Whisker in here, do this, the clone is done, and then step 4 is, now wait 18 years for adulthood. I'm like, God. And then there's also a point where he has where he has to order an undo button separately to undo little Petey, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, at that point, like, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, okay, wait, what? But, he eventually does it. He does eventually choose not to do that. And, like, this cat is pretty evil. No shit. He's supposed to be like a bad, he's very much a Dr. Eggman-esque bad guy, kind of like the video game version. And, like, he's just like, I'm just gonna do evil, because why not? My life was shit, I guess, so I'm gonna be evil. Where Dogman, he's coming to terms with being now a half dog, half man, which I'm guessing it is that he is, the dog, I guess, and the man side is, the man guy is just, side of is just dead. But, he has to come with terms with things like that when he goes and, like, he can't fit through the dog door anymore, or he goes to see his, owner's wife, and she's already gone and moved out and everything, all within like a day. I'm like, holy shit. And then I'm like, and she's like, yeah, I'm not waiting around for some weird dog thing to become back. Oh God, okay. And she's never in the story after that. I just comes up with flashbacks, but pretty much the main story of it, though, there is that kind of stuff, like the fun, fighting back and forth. A lot of it is Dogman being depressed a little bit, and then eventually, when he keeps catching Petey, and it keeps putting him in jail, but Petey keeps escaping. The mayor gets mad at him and the chief, and tells him, you need to take Dogman off the case. It's like, why? Like, you need to take him off the Petey case. Why? It's like, because Petey keeps escaping the jail. Why is that his problem? What does it have to do with it? This is like getting mad at Batman because the Joker keeps breaking out of Arkham. That's, what? So, yeah, it's like, what? What are you doing? What are you talking about? But anyways, he gets kicked off the case, and he's sad, depressed, and alone. And mind you, again, it goes very much by, like, kid logic, I guess. It's like, yeah, the tough ass, like, chief, like, in the, whatever, but then, like, the mayor's just an asshole because she's an asshole, and it's, I don't know, it was like, what? But, so Dogman's depressed at home, and eventually, when he's set to protect this robotic psychic fish that apparently got killed, like, off camera. And Petey then wants to take this super cybernetic dead fish, throw it into the living gas factory that has gas that brings things to life. But he has to throw it down a smokestack so it can fall down a smokestack to then puncture one of the canisters of that gas, so then it could then bring it to life. So that's the plan. And while that's all going on too, Petey, who doesn't want his new clone/son, tries to give her away, eventually abandons his son on the road. Dogman finds little Petey and pretty much starts raising him, which I like the visual representation of, like, Dogman's house is just kind of cluttered. It's just dark and like there's not much to it at first. But after Little Petey is there, after Little Petey lives with Dogman for a minute, it becomes brighter. It becomes happier. He has like, they have each pillows with their names on it. Also, just for another, I'm jumping around, but just for to show kind of some of the funny jokes in this, there's a point where there's a box of bees being transported across a road when the cop guy drives around. And mind you, when he's driving, it's giving me freaking also, I just realized his hat is bandaged up too. It's giving me freaking like, how are you out late? How are you allowed to drive? Because he almost freaking he just drives. It just hits almost everything. But he bashes through the box of bees, which it's literally a box full of the letters B. Oh, the letter B, like multiple B's. It's like, you idiots. I love it, but God, it's stupid. But yeah, he becomes happier with that. Petey eventually sees his son, with Dogman eventually tries getting him, eventually kidnaps him back and like builds a robot that like his son drew for him in this one book and then eventually like there's a whole thing with his dad who was an asshole, but then he doesn't want to be like his dad. He doesn't want to be like his dad who's an asshole. He actually kind of wants to be a good dad to Petey at one point. Spoilers kind of at the end, where they do work together to fight like the super psychonetic fish after it got brought back to life after puncturing one of the canisters, but then also by puncturing that canister actually brought the building itself to life. But then after that building was defeated, it then spread out its gas that brought other buildings to life that the psychokinetic fish then used to fight it, which then Dogman then used a giant mailman robot created by Petey since they worked together to then fight the giant robot to protect Little Petey, because the robot fish was programmed by Petey, which you see here about the no do-gooders one. Because right here he's when he was reprogramming the fish to destroy all do-gooders, is the robot fish tries to destroy Little Petey because Little Petey is a good do-gooder. And it's funny how it's kind of like a story about like two dads trying to raise their kid. And then like also like trying to like stop generational trauma, I guess. Because even like when eventually Big Petey gets Little Petey from Dogman's home, which it is funny that no one could put together that Little Petey and Big Petey were, you know, father, son, or clones or whatever. But I dropped my lighter. God, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, Little Petey, yes, but like, it's funny that they didn't recognize that. But so
plans to destroy all do-gooders.
But yeah, these guys, pretty much like they work together, and like okay, when he gets Little Petey from Dogman's house and they're walking, Petey goes, "Oh, look at these flowers," and then Big Petey goes, "Those are weeds." "Oh, look at that river. That's a dirty lake. That's a dirty puddle." "Oh, look at I think it was the stars at one point, and then I think he I can't remember what he used for shoot that down, but it's supposed to show like how happy and like innocent Little Petey is, and eventually like Big Petey realized like this was him if he didn't have a shitty dad. So Pete eventually when they're going back toward Dogman's house at one point after everything, like Little Petey goes, "Oh, that's pollution. Oh, that's just a polluted puddle. Oh, that's just weeds. Life is just weeds and dirty puddles." And then Big Petey has to be like, "No, it's not always that." And eventually tells him to look up at the stars, look at the stars in the sky. And eventually, like even Petey eventually bringing Little Petey to Dogman, saying like maybe Little Petey could stay with you for a while, share custody. After like they save everyone, and also I do like the April O'Neil character too, the freaking let's see. This girl. Actually, he's both. It's kind of really funny. These two are kind of a fun bit. Also, like, Is there a dog woman? Because if it would be, I would imagine her and her dog that she always carries around with her. I was kind of iffy. I'm like, is she going to lose her head at some point? But these two are pretty funny duo. And also, like, she likes the chief, and the chief likes her. There's a bit where, like, they're always helping Dogman. It's very, like, April O'Neil kind of thing, which I really like that reporter thing. She's literally a redheaded reporter. I'm pretty sure she's even based off of April O'Neil. I can't even remember her name, but they help Dogman every so often. At one point, they use a drone, which the camera's like, I can control it. Slams Dogman like 3 times to a wall for Dogman just grabs the freaking controller. Like, give me that shit. I'm like, God damn it. Also, Dogman doesn't talk in this entire movie. He just barks and howls and stuff like that. But like, God, this movie is fun. Legitimately, it's like a really fun superhero movie. And the animation, again, is freaking great. Where it has, like, very Mickey Mouse style of, like, you know, things, like I showed before, like, the things moving around, all that stuff. All the cops are always eating donuts. It's insane stuff like this, where, like, again, like, he does all of this stuff that she brings up in a day when he first is made. And it's funny, like, how immediately it feels like these guys were always fighting today, this year. Okay. Oh yeah, Treehouse Comicking. That's the two kids, like, quote unquote comic company. But okay, City. But yeah, like, again, like, PD's secret evil lair, which is the big ass sign, PD's secret lair. But shh, look, it's here. But shh. God, but yeah, it's fun. It has very superhero style stuff to it, and I freaking love that shit so much. Chief loses popular vote. The chief gets, like, freaking what is it? Jealous of Dogman at one point, but eventually it all works. And there's a point where, like, he has a picture of his mom there. He's like, come on, just say April. April, can't you write a story about me for my mom? He's like, your mom's dead. And, like, but she has good hearing. And she really does, because at the very end, where he does get, like, his own, like, front page thing, like, the mom's picture smiles. Like, all right. But yeah, this movie, honestly, really, really fun. I highly recommend. I don't know how well it did. I think it made back its money that it spent. But, like, it legit, oh shit. It legit is pretty freaking good. And, again, the trailers didn't even give anything away, really. It gave away maybe the first 10 minutes. Maybe 10, 20 minutes. Probably even less than that. With just the setup of what Dogman is, you know, head of a dog, body of a man, which was the guy. It's like, they even say at the beginning, like, man, like, Greg the dog's intelligence, but whatever the hell his name's body, together they're unstoppable force. I need to keep them from becoming together. Like, PD says that eventually, you know, he accidentally makes Dogman the super cop. But yeah, it is fun. Honestly, I like, because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one, this one, it's pretty, it is good, and it has kind of a similar-esque style. But honestly, I'll say I like this version. I like this take of the art, of the simplistic, cartoony-ish art style more than probably that one did. That was still a good movie, don't get me wrong, but I really like this one a lot. And also just how insanely cartoony it was. It's freaking great. But anyways, time to take comments below. Thanks for watching. And what you give it is I've done. Links are on my Facebook, buds are on there somewhere. You got all my other videos. And also at the beginning of it, it had the bad guys. That's why these guys are here. It had the bad guys short in front of it, which was actually like them trying to explain why they were late to their parole, which it was really fun. It was fun seeing those guys together, and maybe I'm guessing by the second movie they're going to be off of parole, I would hope, unless because at the very end we find out that they're not on parole anymore. They find out that they're not at the right office, but I do love stuff like how at one point they're like, everything that happens to prevent them from getting to their parole hearing, eventually, like, they go to they're about to get inside, and then the freaking a bank gets robbed behind them, and the guys are all wearing their masks. Like, huh? And they just go in, and they just pretty much set off all the alarms just for the cops to come get them. And I'm like, oh shit! And then freaking he gets blue dyed in the face. The freaking Mr. Wolf. God, that movie's gonna be fun when that comes out. But anyways, these are great. Tell me what you guys think of the latest watch for videos. Hope you enjoy them well. See you later.
Zoe, you want to go see Dogman? I'll take that as a yes.